Right here I have a room temperature butter, which I add about 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro, or you could use flat leaf Italian parsley. I'm gonna mix this with the butter. I'm gonna put a little garlic powder and a little onion powder, black pepper. My butter was salted, so I'm not gonna add any salt. Here, this is my cilantro. I like to add some parsley. I don't have a fresh parsley, so I put dry. I add 3 chopped cloves of garlic to my butter mixture. This is 1.80 of a pound of a whole organic chicken. When you wash it, make sure you check inside the cavity, clean it up, take the stuff out and rinse it with the cold water. And I'm gonna pat dry it. It must be dry when you want to roast your chicken. Go under the skin. See, you just put your finger and try to very gently make a space for your butter. I'm gonna put butter mixture. Of course, you could use any combination of herbs or a spice on your butter. I like, it's kind of messy job. It's very messy, but bear with me. It's gonna be very delicious when it's done. And then I'm gonna make a space from here. From the bottom, you just put your finger in and open a little tunnel and stuff in the butter. My oven is preheated to 425 of Fahrenheit. I'm gonna go toward the drumstick now, and I'll put some butter toward the drumstick. Be careful to not making a tear in the skin. As long as you get the butter in, the heat's gonna melt the butter and it would move farther in to your chicken. My hand is buttery. I know this is a messy job, but the result is really good. I'm gonna put my butter my way through the skin to put a little bit more butter. I'm gonna put butter inside the chicken cavity too. I know it's messy, but as long as you wash your hand well before and after, it's really worth it. And I'm gonna rub the butter everywhere in my chicken. Okay. This is my roasting pan. I have 2 onions, 1 stem of celery chopped, and 2 carrots. I mix this, and it has 4 or 5 cloves of garlic inside my chicken cavities. And I'm gonna put 2 or 3 of the garlic inside. Still I have some garlic outside, maybe a piece of carrots. The brand is Pacific. Maybe 18 ounce, and this is the brand I'm using. 18 ounces enough because the chicken gonna release some juice itself. Now I'm gonna add some black pepper to the chicken and to the juice. I'm gonna add a little red pepper flake. I like to put about half a teaspoon of coriander seed in my juice and inside the cavities. We're gonna have to add some salt. And since I'm Persian, obviously I have to do saffron. We love saffron chicken. You better to tighten up the drumstick, otherwise when it's cooked it's gonna get broken and fall off the chicken and it lose its look. I use like a cooking thread, and you want to fold this wing behind it. I do my best to not let the foil touch the chicken, and I'm gonna put this in the oven 425. This is Barberry fruit. It's from a berries family. It's smaller than cranberry and it's sour. You could buy this from the Persian store, or you could go to any Persian website like Sadaf or Zareen or Tavazo, order it online. But actual name or Persian name for it is called Zereshk. Zereshk is two types. One is this red one, which they cook with, and is another one. It is kind of like a dark, kind of burgundy, almost black. The other one is not for cooking, it's for juicing. You see that? I keep this in a freezer because I like to keep its redness. Look how pretty it is. You kind of have to clean it, means go through it, make sure it doesn't have like maybe a piece of leaf or a stem, or maybe it gets some little bitty stone in it. So you clear it up, and then you wash it several times with the cold water. You must wash it with cold water. If you wash this with warm water, the color gonna come out of it, and it's not gonna be look good when you're cooking it. And the cooking time for this, it's very fast, very quick. I mean, it's like a blink in an eye, it's gonna burn. So you have to stay on top of it. I drain my barberries. Look how plump it got by soaking them in the cold water. And I lay it there to dry. I don't want to put them in the hot oil while it's wet. Zereshk Polo or Barberry rice, it has a topping over the white rice, which is a Barberry, which I made it ready, washed, clean and dried, and a sliver of a pistachio, Persian pistachio, and a sliver of almond. The almond and pistachio, it's raw. We're gonna toast this all together, kind of like a stir fry this together with some vegetable oil. I use the canola organic oil for that. People in the north, they don't use sugar. They like it to be tangy, but I personally like to add a little sugar to make it sweet and sour. That is very optional. And some people like to stir fry the thin slice of the onion and then add this. That is another choice and it is optional. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Now I'm gonna put them in a low. Zereshk or Barberry would burn very quickly. I'm gonna add that. And it's very quick. If you don't like sugar, don't add, but I like it sweet and sour. I'm adding my sugar for the size of the sweetness I desire. Look, it's finished. I'm gonna turn it off. While it's warm, I'm gonna add my almonds and the 2 tablespoons of pistachio. And if you don't have a slitter almond or pistachio, you don't have to add it. I just like it because it makes it look so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? My heat is already off. See that? How pretty is this? My topping is ready. I'm gonna remove, even though my heat is off, I'm gonna remove it because Barberry is very delicate and it burns very quickly. And I'm gonna leave it aside. I have 2 cups of the white organic basmati rice. I washed that 2 cups of the white rice with the cold water several times and drain it until water was clear. I add the salt for the taste. Normally for me is 1 teaspoon. I mixed it and 3 tablespoons of vegetable organic oil with 3 cups of the cold water. I'm cooking it in rice cooker. You can do that over the stove. It's the same way. Paper towel on. Gonna cook this for 30 minutes. Normally it's ready before that. Those holes means rice is ready. The saffron mixer I made. And I know sometimes I overdo the saffron because I like it so much. And then you grab the fork, you fluff the rice. Okay. This is my chicken after 40 minutes. Flip it to the other side. And I'm gonna flip back later. Beside the chicken, I'm gonna put a little black pepper. And a little salt. I'm gonna add a little lemon juice to my chicken. Okay, I'm covered it again and I'm gonna put it back in the oven. 1.5 hours I covered it with the foil and then I remove the foil. And I put some butter and saffron mixture on top of the chicken and I was keep twisting it under the heat and I let it stay without the foil. I am gonna take off those pieces of thread which I tied up the drumstick. Ooh, this chicken looks really good. I remove the stuff inside the cavity and I'm gonna put them a little longer in the oven. Just be sure about inside the cavity. Look at that. Isn't that pretty or what? Let's look at it close by. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, the temperature shows almost 180. The chicken cooked and ready to eat. And I put it on the thickest side of the breast. And look at the water, the juice coming out. As long this juice is clear, that means your chicken is cooked. But if that juice was kind of like milky, that means the chicken is still raw. Yep. Let's try the Thai too. Alright. It's past 165. Good. It's ready. I put some of my zaffarani rice here. And do you remember the topping I made? The Barberry mixture. I'm gonna put as a topping over my rice, which is Barberry, pistachio, and almond, and a piece of chicken. I guess I'm gonna go for chicken breast. Be a little of the juice over the rice. Cook the chicken with the foil for 1.5 hours. With the foil cover it, and then I remove it, and I did another half an hour without the foil until it get crispy top. Look how pretty is this. The chicken is fully cooked. Okay. Delicious. Zereshk Polo or Barberry with rice is ready. The previous plate I made with chicken breast, and this is with my drumstick.